My name is Emmanuel Mété. I am the Dean of EDHEC Business School, and we are all in London for the EDHEC Research Climate Conference 2026. I've decided to organize this conference during the Climate Week in London. The goal is at the same time to put scientists and practitioners in the same room, to of course have a state-of-the-art of the science on climate change, climate scenarios and impact on finance and economies, and of course to provide practitioners with very actionable solutions and help them to factor in climate change in their investment decisions.
London Climate Action Week has become one of the most important global gatherings for climate and finance. What makes it particularly valuable is the diversity of participants it brings together. Researchers, investors, companies, policymakers, and civil society. Climate change cannot be addressed from a single perspective. My expectation is that it will foster meaningful dialogue between these different parties. Ultimately, the objective of the EDHEC Climate Institute is to ensure that financial decisions are driven by the best available scientific knowledge and contribute to a more resilient economy.
It's a pleasure to be here today for the EDHEC Climate Institute 2026 conference. This is the opportunity for us to showcase the research within the Institute, which is organized around three axes. So first, we have an axis organized around climate finance. Then we have a second axis focusing on climate science, and a third axis, regulation and policy studies. Our objective is to continue building a more complete and decision-useful framework for climate risk and climate opportunities.
Knowing that the risk is there is not the same as knowing how to react to it. And this is the bridge that Climate Tech aims to fill. In building this research on adaptation and resilience, we have constantly focused on not just creating a very large, heavy piece of academic work, but to create it in such a way that can be used by different actors in the whole ecosystem. So how can an investor, an asset owner, a manager take this very large technical research on adaptation and resilience, this large body of framework that we have created, and apply it to their individual assets?
So today we introduced the latest offspring of the EDHEC scientific line of products with the scientific climate scenarios. This new development is a framework that we've put together based on three pillars. So the first pillar of that framework is that of defining the scenarios that extend from NGFS scenarios. The second pillar brings something that is missing from the academic literature and practitioners' toolset, which is that of probabilities assigned to each of the scenarios. The third pillar, eventually, is the granularization of the scenarios into sectoral behaviors.
The idea is to extract all the juice from the ongoing and most advanced, most recent literature, and to advance it through our own applied research and create that product, EDHEC Clear Map, freely available, so that it can give insights to investors, journalists at large, and reduce the entry cost to the access of climate-related information. This tool is basically a representation of a geography of future physical risk impacts on the economy.
Our session was about climate resilient indices. We presented it alongside BNP Paribas, our partner for the launch of the first index that was based on this methodology. One thing became very clear during the conference. Investors are taking climate indexing very seriously. And I think they're right. Over time, I believe every equity benchmark will need a minimum of climate intelligence. Not because of some regulation or an ESG trend, but because understanding climate risks and energy constraints is becoming a basic part of fiduciary responsibility.
Today, we are proud to be here at the EDHEC Climate Institute conference to announce the launch of our sovereign climate risk ratings, which quantify the financial materiality of climate risk for close to 200 countries and thousands of regions across the world. It is truly energizing to be here and to receive such positive feedback and interest from researchers, investors, policymakers, and journalists all at the same time.